Hello, everyone, and welcome to another movie review. I am happy that you can join me today. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Click the subscribe button below for future notifications and updates. Click the like button to share this content with other fans. Okay, so if you have never heard of the film Kneecap, that's okay. I never heard of it either. Um, I went on firstshowing.net last Thursday to find the films released in theaters last Friday, August 2nd. I saw marketing for the kids' movie Harold and the Purple Crayon, and I saw commercials for M. Night Shyamalan's new movie Trap. So, what I did not see was anything or any commercial, any trailer for Kneecap. Kneecap was also released in theaters last Friday, August 2nd. I read the article on the firstshowing.net about this film, and I watched the trailer here on YouTube. And what caught my attention was the website described the film as an Irish hip hop musical comedy. So I went looking for the film. Um, and it had a limited release in its first weekend. So it was written and directed by Rich Pepiot, and it premiered at the Sundance Film Festival back in January, where it was an audience favorite. And the running time is an hour and 45 minutes. So, what is this film about? Well, um, Kneecap tells the true story behind a hip hop trio named Kneecap. And it's not a documentary, but the members of Kneecap play themselves. So, according to my Regal Cinemas app, the movie synopsis is as follows. Rapping in their native language, Kneecap fast becomes the unlikely figureheads of a civil rights movement to save their mother tongue. The trio must first overcome the police, who they call the Peelers, paramilitaries, and politicians trying to silence their defiant sound, while their anarchic approach to life often makes them their own worst enemies. End quote. um, so, um, this movie takes place in Belfast, Ireland, and the MCs, there are two MCs and a DJ in the group. The MCs in the group are, and here's the thing, I am not familiar with Irish pronunciation of names, or I should say, I'm not familiar with how to correctly pronounce Irish names. So I had to do my research on this and practice getting the correct pronunciation right. So I'm going to try my best. But anyway, the two MCs in the group are Nisha O'Caroline, um, Liam O'Hanny. The DJ is JJ O'Doherty, aka DJ Provave or Provide, yeah, DJ Provide. Um, and basically, this is a very interesting story because DJ Provide is a music teacher at a Irish school. Um, this school does not teach classes in English. They teach classes in Irish Gaelic. So when he is hired to translate for the police authorities because they caught Liam um, doing some kind of illegal mischief, um, he he gets a hold of Liam's notebook, and he realizes that this guy can write some pretty good poetry. And when they get to talking, he realizes that what, he might have a potential rapper. And DJ Provi has a recording studio that he built himself, but he doesn't rarely use. So he decides, hey, we should get together and make some music. And so Liam brings his best friend from childhood, Nisha, into the mix. And the three of them get together and pretty much start laying down some tracks. And at first, their audience don't know what to make of them because they're rapping in Irish Gaelic. But eventually, people start talking about this trio, and they build a fan following slowly but surely. So I am going to give this film 4 out of 5 stars. I mean, it's not a perfect film. I thought it needed another edit because there were a couple of slow spots. So I would say that, we have about 10 minutes of slow parts. But it is funny. And the music sounds like old school hip hop, which is better than today's American hip hop music. Today's American hip hop music, I don't like at all. And the film to me is poetic in the sense that on the surface, you're thinking you're watching a movie about three guys forming a rap group and having fun, but at the same time, what they're doing, as in rapping in Irish Gaelic, um, they are using their platform to protest against the powers that be, because simultaneously there is a movement going on in Ireland around this time of the film, in which the Irish are trying to fight to get Irish Gaelic as one of the official languages because they want to preserve their language and they don't want to see it die. At first, it may seem like a story about sex, drugs, and hip hop, but it's really about the creativity, the using creativity to save a language from extinction. And I totally respect that. And that kind of protest should be applauded. Michael Fassbender plays Arlo O'Caroline, Nisha's father, and he raised Nisha to speak Irish Gaelic in the house. Why? Because to Arlo, he mentioned this, and this is kind of like a theme running throughout the film. Arlo says to his son, every Irish word spoken is a bullet fired for Irish freedom. So, speaking Irish Gaelic is an act of protest. One of the reasons why I wanted to see this film also has to do with Irish hip hop music. I've never heard of it. I do know about French hip hop, Italian hip hop, Russian hip hop, Korean hip hop. I wanted to know how Irish hip hop came about in some way and why. Um, Another reason why I wanted to see this film, because many black social media influencers feel that many non-black people don't love black people, but they love black culture. And so I wanted to see why these three Irish men were drawn to hip hop music, because hip hop is a music for the oppressed by the oppressed. That was the original intent of hip hop music. Um, it was, and I'm a longtime New Yorker, born and raised here, and so hip hop was born here. Hip hop was born by it was created by a people who have been oppressed for centuries at this point. And so to see other people in other parts of the world respond so strongly to hip hop and what hip hop stands for, um, I want to see if they, do um, respect the hip hop culture and what the hip hop culture stood for when it first got started. So, just like um, Black Americans here in New York City, and also eventually over the course of like the 70s to the 90s, hip hop spread from New York City to the rest of the country, and then eventually it went worldwide. Um, Hip hop has remained a music for the oppressed by the oppressed. So, Kneecap is doing just that. They are speaking to the oppressed. And so I can definitely respect what they're doing. Um, so that is all for today, my friends. Like I mentioned, Kneecap is getting a limited release. So it's going to be hard to find this film, but if you do, I highly recommend that you watch this film. I'm not sure when it will be on streaming. If you want to wait until then, that's fine. But if you can find it at a local theater near you, I would suggest that you go and see it and support this film. It's not going to get is not going to make a lot at the box office unless people show up and they realize that there is a demand for this film, and so they'll open it to more theaters. But this is definitely a must-see film. I would have to say this probably one of the best films I have seen all year, and it's one of the most important films I have seen all year. So I just want to end this movie review by sending Ireland some love. I really respect what Kneecap is doing, and I just want to say, big shout out to Ireland, and God bless you guys over there. From me in New York City, with love. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'll keep listening to Irish hip hop music. So that's all for today, my friends. I will see you next time with another movie review. Take care and God bless.